Good morning everyone, I'm Jonathan Kaye. I am an insurance loss assessor and my company is called The Right Claim, as you can see up there. So on the right is the insured perils. That's what the proper term for an insurance claim. Those are the headings. So that's what I deal with. All property related, be it a house, a flat or a business premises. So commercial, domestic, this is what I do. Fires, storms, some of them are more common than others. I can't say I've done a claim where something's fallen out of an airplane yet onto a property, but you never know, it might come at some point. If we can move on. So this is what happens. This is why people have loss assessors involved in a claim. Now, I'm not talking about necessarily a claim that's going to come to £1,000 or £2,000. If I go and see somebody and it's a small claim, I tell them, I'm quite open about it, you don't need my services. I'm not going to be able to offer or add any value. When it's a bigger claim, that's how the odds are stacked against you. Okay, you're dealing with somebody, you're dealing with your biggest assets, your property, and somebody's coming in who's got all the knowledge and you've got nothing. And you're trying to get your house back or your business premises back or your business interruption money back in your pocket because you can't trade. And they've got all the knowledge, you've got none. So how do you think it's going to turn out? So we go to the next slide. And that's what happens when you get a loss assessor involved. We balance up the power. The loss adjuster, who's my counterpart, who gets appointed by an insurance company who's supposed to be independent, but we all know if you pay the piper, what tune you're going to pay, right? Me, there's no grey area. I get appointed by the claimant, so I am 100% trying to get the best for them. No grey areas at all. So that's what a loss assessor brings to an insurance claim. If you want to move on. Before I go into referrals, I just want to give a couple of examples, two very short examples from either end of the spectrum. Had a huge fire claim I dealt with, probably 1,000 emails. We got to the point of getting quotes in. They had their own contractor who quoted over £500,000. We had the insurer's contractor who came in and quoted £80,000 less. In theory, if it's just done on numbers, the insurance contractor would have done that work. That's not what the policyholder wanted. Why was there such a big difference? Was the insurer contractor too cheap? Was their own contractor too expensive? We worked it, and we managed to close that gap to a difference of £20,000. So in the scheme of things, that was about a 4% haircut on what they were aiming for, and it allowed them to get their own contractor in the end, so they were delighted. The completely other end of the spectrum had a claim recently for a parent of a member in the room, who were having a bit of a hassle. They were being offered something like 2.5 to 3 grand. I went and had a look at it, told them they didn't actually need me, but this is all the stuff that they need to go back to the insurance company to talk about and to point out. They'd already had a quote of something like 5.5, 6 grand, which insurers had turned down. Anyway, after our conversation, after she had a couple of conversations with them on the phone, they came back and said, fine, we agreed to your quote of 5.5, 6 grand. That I didn't get paid for. I went along, gave some advice, went away. I'm quite happy with that. They'll remember me. I've got a good reputation. But it's examples of two completely different ends of insurance claims. So that's what I do. Referrals. Social media is always a good one to look out for, an easy one to look out for. Stuff like I've had a leak. Does anybody know a great plumber? There's been lots of burglaries in my area, is always a good one. Or I've been burgled. Do you know an alarm company? Well, you know an alarm company, but also we know somebody who will help you get the true value of the items that have been taken. And the kind of referrals I love, you know, a massive house on Bishop's Avenue, if they have a big claim, it's going to be great for me, or a large warehouse. Next one, almost finished. Great introducers, insurance brokers, probably top of the list. But you can see all the other categories. 24-hour emergency people, always great for me. Next one. And I think that's it. That's me, Jonathan Kaye, The Right Claim, obsessed with your claim success. That's not bad.